Section 7.5 Algebraically define vectors and the dot product. Look at this vector. When its initial point is in the origin, starting from 0, 0, and we call this is the position vector. And this position vector u with its terminal point at the coordinate AB, we're gonna call this is the angle bracket AB. Okay, vector u equal to angle bracket A and B. The numbers A and B are the horizontal component and the vertical component of the vector u here. And the positive angle between the x-axis and a position vector is the direction angle for the vector. So you're gonna create the data here. We call this as the direction angle. Magnitude and direction angle of the vector AI plus BJ. The magnitude of the vector u is given by square root of a squared plus b squared. This is how you guys find the magnitude. And one more time, remember the vector u, either you bold this letter or you use the arrow on the top to represent this is the vector. The direction angle theta satisfy tangent theta equal to b over a, where a cannot be equal to 0. So go back to here. This is the direction angle. How you find this theta? Tangent theta equal to opposite over adjacent. So tangent theta equal to b over a. Example 1. Find the magnitude and the direction angle of the vector u equal to 3 and negative 2. So first, I need you guys know how to graph the vector u. That will be the coordinate x equal to 3, y equal to negative 2. And this is a position vector starting with the origin. Okay, locate the coordinate. And then the data will be starting from here, 0 until here. Now we want to find the magnitude. Apply the formula. Square root of a squared plus b squared. You should get square root of 13. Now we want to find the direction angle. Okay, you can find the data in between here. So tangent theta equal to opposite, which is negative 2, over adjacent, which is going to be 3. And then since the angle starting from 0 here, 90, 180, 270 until here. And then we do have a negative 2 over 3. The angle you find it from this formula will be negative. So we're going to add 360. Okay, total angle is 360 minus this guy. That will be equal to your theta. Use your calculator. You're gonna get negative 33.7 degrees. And then add 360, which is 326.3 degrees. Okay, horizontal and vertical components. The horizontal and vertical components of a vector u having magnitude u and the direction angle theta are given by. So A will be equal to magnitude of u cosine theta and B equal to magnitude of u sine theta. Or you could plug it in. Okay, plug in here into the A, plug in here to the B. Example 2. Vector W has a magnitude 25 and the direction angle 41.7 degrees. Find the horizontal and vertical components. So this time I want you guys find out the A and the B here. So you could use this formula. You know the u, you know the theta, right? Okay, so magnitude of W will be 25. Theta will be 41.7. Use your calculator. You're gonna get 18.7. Do the same thing for the B. Plug it in. You're gonna get B equal to 16.6. So that will be the coordinate of the vector W. Okay? And then they want to find the horizontal and vertical components. So A will be equal to 18.7, which is going to be the horizontal component. And then B will be the vertical component, which is going to be 16.6. Okay, example 3. Write each vector in the figure in the form of A and B here. Okay, so let's find out the U. You're gonna see U, the magnitude is 5, and then we have the angle 60 degree. Okay, so plug it in. Magnitude of U cosine theta, and the magnitude of U sine theta. Okay, magnitude 5, and then the degree will be 60. Use your calculator. You should get this. 5 over 2, and 5 square root 3 over 2. And I want you guys try to do it by yourself, the V and also the W. Okay, check your work. V will be equal to 2 cosine 180 and then 2 sine 180. Right, the angle starting from here to here is 180. And then you should get -2 and 0. Okay, W will be 6 cosine 280 and then 6 sine 280. Use your calculator. You're gonna get this. Vector operations. Let A, B, C, D, and K represent real numbers. So when I want to add up two vectors together, you could just group the horizontal component and group the vertical component. Okay, so A plus C and B plus D. If you have the scalar multiply the vector, okay, so this is the real number, you could just distribute it, Ka and Kb. If vector u equal to a1 and a2, then what is a negative u? Negative u means they do have the same magnitude but different direction, right? So we're gonna put the negative in front of the a1 and a2 here. When you want to subtract the vector here, you could distribute the negative here first. Okay, make it like a and b plus distribute the negative. So c, negative c and negative d. And then you're gonna add it up together, which is a minus c and b minus d. Okay, example 4. You have the vector u and vector v. Find the following. Vector u plus vector v. Okay, pretty straightforward, right? Just add up together. You're gonna get 2 and 4. Try to sketch the vector u and vector v and then find out the resultant. You should have the picture like this. Okay, this is u, vector v. And this is gonna be the resultant, 2 and 4. Okay, B, -2 times the vector u. Distribute it. You're gonna get 4 and -2. So do the same thing. Okay, u will be -2 and 1. Since you multiply the negative, you're gonna be go on different direction. Okay, so 4 and -2. See? Plug it in, distribute, and then subtract it. You should get -14 and -3. And again, try to sketch the picture. Okay, we do have a 3u here, 2v here. And a -2v because three u here and 2v here. And then remember that we're gonna find the -2v and then find out the resultant. Okay, unit vector. Unit vector is a vector that has a magnitude 1. Okay, we always use the I and then the j to represent it. I, that will be the horizontal components, and then j, that will be the vertical components. I, you're gonna put 1 and 0. J, that will be 0 and 1. And again, I and j is also vector. So either you bold it or you're gonna put the arrow on the I and j. Any vector AB can be expressed as the form AI plus BJ using the unit vector I and j. Just like this example. Okay, this is my U. I could put angle bracket 3 and 4, or I could write it down as a 3i plus 4j. They are talking about the same thing here. I, J form of vectors. So vector V, I could put A and B, then vector V will be equal to AI plus BJ. Okay, right? Dot product. The dot product of two vectors, U and the V, is denoted vector U dot vector V, and is given by the following. You just need to multiply the numbers A times C plus B times D. After you apply the dot product, you should only find the real numbers. Okay, let's try this example. You're gonna do 2 times 4 plus 3 times -1. You should get a 5 here. Okay, B, do the same thing, right? 6 times -2 plus 4 times 3. That will be equal to 0. Properties of the dot product. For all vectors U, V, and W and real numbers K, the following holds. The dot product U dot V will be equal to V dot U, okay, because they will become the scalar. U dot the parenthesis V plus W, you could just like distribute it. U dot V plus U dot W. Same idea, I could do U plus V dot W, or I could distribute like 1 by 1. And then K, that is a real number. I could just take care of the dot product and then times V. Or I could times K and V first and then use the dot product. 0 dot a vector, that will be equal to 0. Last one. Vector U dot vector U will be equal to the magnitude of U squared. If theta is an angle between two non-zero vectors U and V, and the theta is between 0 to 180 degrees, then the following holds. you could find out the cosine theta. Cosine theta equal to the dot product u dot v over magnitude of u times magnitude of v. Example 6. Find the angle theta between two vectors. So we're gonna apply the formula, right? So u dot v, remember how to do it? 3 times 2 plus 4 times 1, okay, on the top. And the numerator, the magnitude of u, so that will be square root of a squared plus b squared. Okay, same idea. The magnitude of v will be the square root of 2 squared plus 1 squared. Okay, check your work. Use your calculator. You should get 26.57 degrees. Okay, one more. I want you guys try to do it by yourself. Okay, check your work. You should get 0, right? And theta will be 90 degrees. So means like u and v, they are perpendicular to each other. Okay, dot products. For the angle theta between 0 and 180 degrees, if cosine theta is positive, 0 or negative when theta less than equal to or greater than 90 degrees. So look at this table. When you have two vectors and you apply the dot product, when you get the positive number, means the angle between the vector are acute. Okay, acute means less than 90 degrees. But when they're equal to 0, means the angle in between will be 90 degrees. Means these two vectors are perpendicular. And when you use the dot product and you find it out, that's a negative. Means the angle in between these two vectors are obtuse. Means it's gonna be in between 90 to 180 degrees. Okay, we talked about it already. When two vectors use the dot product that's equal to 0, theta will be 90 degrees. So vector u and vector v will be perpendicular. That's it.